project started with a fantastic energy because the house inherently had great bones, so we were able to just expand upon that. The client was up to play with color and fun textures and fun materials, so it started off from a great point and we just went up from there. The inspiration behind it came from a lot of the client's artwork, so we wanted to make sure that the house had a lot of color in it, but still was lasting and respectful to the architecture of the home. We began with setting out a floor plan so that the house would work well for a young, busy family, but still a great entertaining house. We knew that the client loves pinks and purples, so knowing that we had that as a base color starting point and actually built down with neutral colors. So I started to integrate a little bit of gray and creams and whites just to neutralize it a bit. My favorite space in this house would be the kitchen. We wanted to bring in some brass details. All the hardware in the house is the original brass, which meant we could integrate this brass inlay into the kitchen. So I think that translated really well into a functioning kitchen, but just with a little bit of style. The biggest change we made was opening up the kitchen to the family room, which made it feel a little more integrated with the rest of the house. I think the homeowner really loves this great room. I think it's where they bring the family together and they can lounge. In this room, we knew we wanted color, but we couldn't just pick random colors. So we really took the lead from the carpet and picked and pulled out a few of our favorite colors, and putting it in sporadic spaces throughout the room lent to that cohesive color blend. So we wanted the dining room to feel playful as well as somewhat formal, but really a great entertaining space so that when the guests go from room to room, it really flows together. The important thing was that when my client entertains a lot of guests, they are able to bring in their kitchen chairs, which are a little more casual, into the dining room, but it still feels cohesive. My client had to push me by bringing in the pink chairs, so she was quite strong in knowing what she wanted, which is very helpful in the process. The living room is a great space for entertaining. It's a little more formal, but it's quite quirky in terms of many different items. The most exciting part throughout the project was really seeing all the new elements work in the house, playing with scale and texture and proportion and color, and how that all fit together was quite challenging, but even though they look very eclectic, we had to be very precise with how our scale and texture and color all work together. I think it's a great representation of that color works and to not be afraid of it. I tend to like more neutral things with an integration of color, whereas in this home, it's more of a colorful house with the integration of neutral items. So I think it's a great example of we don't need to be afraid of it. It's easy to live with and it's so much fun.